What's up, Internet? This is Brambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Starcraft 2. Let's check out what research upgrades are available to us now since clearing that last mission. So, not quite anything for the Protoss, but we're getting dangerously close to the max for our Zerg. I say dangerously, it's not actually dangerous at all. It's just we're getting really close. Here we have two options. We have Regenerative Bioseal, which lets our bio units slowly regenerate life. That can be considered useful, but honestly, like if you really want to repair, you have SCVs, and their bio regeneration really isn't that fast. So I am going with cellular reactor, which causes your special units to spawn with 100 energy, which is very good for said special units. And for the research path that I'm going, it's very useful. So anyways, let's head back into Zeratul's mind.
I return to our ruined homeworld of Aiur. The Zerg infestation still covered much of our beloved world. The desiccated remains of the Overmind were still there, a grim reminder of battles lost and battles won.
I remember the fall of Aiur. Don't much like the idea of having to see it all again. Guess there's nothing for it.
Aiur was, of course, as they said, the original Protoss homeworld that got destroyed by the Zerg.
At the very apex of its victory against us, the Zerg Overmind grew overconfident. Now, all that was left of the mighty Overmind was a twisted, withered husk. I needed to understand whatever memories lingered within the creature's rotting mass. Only by making contact with the gargantuan tendrils connected directly to its cortex could I learn its secrets. Yet its countless minions, which seemed to be feeding from its dead husk, would prove somewhat problematic.
I can see why that would be problematic. Yeah. Now in this mission we get a little bit more, a better glimpse into what the Protoss can do. We get some real power units.
I must find a way to establish a foothold and summon reinforcements to keep the Zerg at bay.
Now these Zerglings are burrowed.
Ah, this faithful observer has kept watch since the evacuation. Its abilities will certainly prove useful now.
Observers are detectors, and so I can use the observer to see burrowed Zerglings. Now technically, because Zeratul is cloaked, you could just run right past these things, but this is one case where you definitely want to kill both the Zerglings and the creep tumors. Because her base is kind of right here.
Abandoned structures remain functional. We shall make use of them.
So you kind of want to get rid of the creep right next to your
This
base.
ancient beacon still thrums with power. I wonder.
And apparently there were a couple colossi hiding under the water.
I've heard tales of the mighty colossi sealed away beneath Aiur. The beacon must have awoken these fearsome guardians. The Zerg perceive a threat to their dead master.
The dead master they were eating? I guess you gotta protect your food. So get our Nexus and our probes all set up. Let's get some power.
The Zerg will keep coming until we are dead. I must find the Overmind's cortex and discover what I can from it.
Now let's send Zeratul out this way. this isn't a mission that you can really solo with Zeratul, just because there's detectors and stuff. Well, I mean, technically, I think there's supposed to be a way where you can just go from
These
one place to
warp gates
another.
appear to be functional. Perhaps there's a chance.
If
we use our observers wisely, we can scout the area before putting ourselves at risk.
I think technically you can just go from like one of these spots to the other and just go with a very specific path if you're smart about it, but that's not what I'm gonna do.
The first Overmind tendril. I sense pain, surprise, death.
However, with that said, I'm going to do as much as I can with Zeratul being stealthed as possible. I need another pylon up there to power that.
We must be prepared to defend our base. The Zerg are on the move.
Build a couple more cannons. And I put these Colossi on hold position. The reason for that is because Colossi have the ability to walk down cliffs. So much like Reapers, they tend to be a little bit silly and walk down cliffs when they don't need to. So I'm trying to prevent that from happening. I don't have enough money for a cannon right now. I do if I do that though. Let's kill a bunch of these guys with Zeratul while he's stealthed. Better to actually build these in a row. Definitely want to keep an eye on the the timer. Kill as much of these guys as I can while that overseer is disabled. Okay, that should be mostly attacking things in this area, so let's kill some of these drones. Oh, there's a few other guys wandering over. Build a couple more cannons. Get observers out here. Put an observer over here as well. Let's build another gateway. I think there's an achievement to get like 100 kills or something in this mission with Zeratul. Kill these creep tumors. Actually, let's kill these things while they're outside of the range of the other overseer. But more importantly, oh, where'd they come from?
The Zerg seek to overwhelm us.
I want to get Zeratul back over here in time to defend.
You address me.
Lots of cannons. Definitely want to kill this nice worm real quick. Do a quick blink because I want to get over here real quick. Oh, the nice worm disappeared. Okay. Let's bring Zeratul. Let's gather some of these caches. bring this probe up the... I guess there's some burrowed guys here. Thanks, Observer. Eek. Save the probe. I couldn't save the probe. Oh well. Build some more. Let's build a couple pylons anyways. And get a pylon there. Build another nexus. Build a pylon there. Send Zeratul back over that way a little bit. Getting a simulator up. Start mining some gas.
Zeratul. We were trapped within the gate's energy matrix when it was deactivated. You have our thanks.
And placing the pylon there, both powered this gateway and this obelisk. The obelisk gives us some Protoss research. Let's get some cannons down here. Let's build a couple gateways down here. And now, activating this gateway, this is actually a warp gate, and that lets us turn our other gateways into warp gates as well. And warp gates are unique in that they let you warp in units anywhere, so I can just press W and warp in stalkers. No, you want to stay up there. Ground weapons.
The Zerg seek to overwhelm our base.
Get Zeratul out here still. Okay, let's go back over this side again. Transfer a bunch of these probes up there. Really don't need to be killing these buildings, do I? Let's void prison that overseer. See if we can kill this ultralisk. Hopefully we can. Eek. Okay, let's sit around for a moment here. No. Yeah, run away. You can only warp stuff in where you have psi. Let's get ground armor, and let's get a Twilight Council. I guess I don't have the gas for that. Well, let's put some guys on gas up there anyways. Let's Let's try this again. These ultras can only pop up when they have vision of me, so let's deny them that vision. Oh, I must construct additional pylons. Where's that other ultras?
The Zerg are coming.
At this point I have enough forces back home that I'm not too worried about hitting
The second
Zeratul.
Overmind tendril. I sense death and joy.
I didn't build that Twilight Council, did I? Build that down there. And Twilight Council typically is what allows you to build to get blink and charge.
I will fulfill my calling. We must
See what I can do up here. Although up here is kind of where things start getting a little bit messy if you're just going for pure stealth. So what I think I'm going to do is come back this way. Twilight Council also allows you to upgrade level 2 weapons and armor. There's a robo facility over there, but I don't really care to get that. Just because it's way over there and kind of hard to protect. Let's see what I can do up here. Okay, I'm gonna stop building probes at this point. Bring a couple of them over here.
I will be redeemed. Aiur will be restored. Arun Aladan. And Arudin.
There's another couple buildings and an obelisk here. I'm mostly concerned with the obelisk, honestly. But to activate that, we're going to need to kill off these creep tumors so that we can actually get up here. I need a few more pylons.
My burdens weigh. Our base falls under a shadow. The Zerg will attack soon.
So I guess there's no reason to come over to this area. Except there's a robotics support bay, which is what you need to actually build Colossus. So that might be something worth getting. And luckily I got these cannons here, so I'm ready for that. And the flying mutalisk. They're usually pretty dangerous against Colossi, but I was ready. Let's get armor level 2 ready. Isn't there supposed to be a Zerg attack coming in? I guess it did. Anyways, now I'm gonna bring my stalkers with me, and I'm gonna put a pylon up here. I'm not gonna kill more over there than I need to. Okay, power this stuff. Ultralisks are pretty dangerous, but not so much when you have as many stalkers here as I have right now.
My allegiance is yours.
Keep building some more back home. That's the big weakness of, or difficulty at least with Protoss, is that you can't continue building at home the same way you could with the other races. Since you need to like click inside in order to use a warp gate. How's this upgrade going? So let's have Zeratul hit up this thing and continue moving up this way with our stalkers.
The third Overmind tendril. I sense satisfaction in a plan set in motion long ago. And fear of the future. The Zerg are massing near our base.
But that's okay because I reached the fourth thing.
The fourth Overmind tendril. I sense an end. I must go to the Overmind cortex to understand.
Now I believe there's an achievement for clearing this in under 20 minutes.
Greetings, brother.
So I didn't get that, but I wasn't particularly trying to go fast either.
Tassadar. But you died, slaying this cursed Overmind.
Tassadar is another one of those Protoss buddies from way back when.
Nor shall I. But that is a tale for another time. I have come to tell you of this creature's courage.
Courage?
Courage.
That's what I said.
An abomination.
Not always. The Zerg were altered. A single overriding purpose was forced upon them. The destruction of our people.
Really? Now who would want that?
The Overmind was formed with thought and reason, but not free will. It screamed and raged within the prison of its own mind.
Which is kind of ironic because it was the lord of the entire swarm. They literally
Who did this?
he literally commanded them himself.
I know not, but the Overmind found a way to resist its all-consuming directive. It created a chance, a hope of salvation. The Queen of Blades.
Madness.
Only she can free the Zerg from slavery, and in so doing, save all that is from the flame.
How does that work? The Zerg are like evil, aren't they?
Do not understand, brother.
Forget what you know, Zeratul. The Overmind saw a vision. The end of all things. And now, you must see it too.
No. This vision. I cannot bear it. Stop.
Don't be such a whiff. Yes, a whiff. That's what happens when you try and say wimp and wuss at the same time. But anyways, that is the end of yet another episode. Well, another mission. And now that we're back on the Hyperion, now that's the end of another episode of Let's Play Starcraft 2. Catch you later.